Today, I will focus on Metro government's response to a challenge that demands we take further action, creating a city of enhanced racial justice and equity. Advancing racial equity has been a major focus of our work at Metro government for the past 10 years. But it's clear that we need to move faster and invest more resources. We need to do everything we can to repair distrust through action. These messages resonated in the protests that we've experienced in Louisville and cities around the country in the wake of the tragic deaths of Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and far too many others. Breonna's tragic death makes our city a focal point for America's reckoning on racial justice. The last few months have been painful for us as a community and for many of us personally. The status quo is not working, nor is it acceptable. But the question is, what do we do now? I believe in the people of Louisville, and while we all do not agree on everything, I believe that we have the will and the shared love for our hometown to take the necessary steps to move forward. I also believe that first step is addressing the pain and the root causes of racism and openly acknowledging its negative weight each and every day. For too many Louisvillians, racism is a fact of daily life, a fact that was created and documented in our country's laws and institutional policies like segregation, redlining, and urban renewal. Laws and policies that restrict the freedom of all Americans to exercise their constitutional rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Laws and policies that can restrict where people live, what schools they attend, what jobs they can get. And laws and policies that effectively limit the wealth they can earn and pass on to their children. As mayor, and just as an American and a human being, this racism sickens me. Just like every other institution, at city government, we have to own our history, all of it, the proud, the painful, and we have to take responsibility for addressing its direct impact on the people of our city. Certainly, overall progress has been made. In recent years, more than 17,000 people in our city have lifted themselves out of poverty, and more than 11,000 Louisville families have joined the middle class. But far too many gaps remain. Here's just a few. The black poverty rate in Louisville is nearly 3 times the white poverty rate. Blacks make up 22.4% of our population, but only 2.4% of our businesses. The percentage of blacks who own their own homes is half the percentage of whites. And even among college graduates, the average black graduate in Louisville earns almost $10,000 less per year than their white colleague. And look at public health, where life expectancy can vary by as much as 12 years between some majority black and majority white neighborhoods. All of these and millions of other statistics and real-life experiences tell us that our systems are more than broken, they must be dismantled and replaced. That means rethinking how government, business, education, healthcare, and other institutions operate so that we make sure everyone really has a fair and equal shot at the American dream, expanding their opportunities at realizing their full human potential. And right now, sadly, that's not the case. So we have to make these changes in our systems so the American dream and the guarantee of equal justice and the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness become a reality in the lives of everyone in our city. That's why I'm announcing today that I'm signing an executive order declaring racism a public health crisis in Louisville. This order lays out in stark terms the societal, economic, physical, and mental health impacts of racism on not just Black Louisville, but all the people of our city.